My name is Brian LePan. I'm here with David Wilcox, our performer tonight at Apple Farm. I'd like to welcome David to Apple Farm.
Thanks.
And I have a chance here to ask him a few questions before the show. So yeah, I just wanted to start out and ask you a little bit about your guitar playing. I'm a guitarist myself, and I wanted to just hear a little bit about your technique. I noticed you primarily play fingerstyle acoustic guitar.
There's about maybe a quarter of the songs flat pick too, but yeah, a lot of fingerstyle.
What drew you to that kind of a feel?
It stirred my heart. There was something about that sound that just gave me a glimpse of sort of how I wanted my life to feel. I tend to travel with just one guitar, but I love playing a lot of different stuff at home, and I write on electric a bunch just because it's an interesting kind of tone. But there's I keep coming back to the acoustic.
What kinds of, we were talking a little bit outside, but what kinds of acoustic guitars do you use specifically? Like, do you have
my Olsen
favorite
is a small guitar with a huge sound, and it's got a lot of heart, and it can really get to the places emotionally that I need to get to. And so I tend to write with that at home. And I travel with it some when it's real nice weather and not a lot of flights.
Right.
And otherwise I travel with a more indestructible guitar, like a rain song.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Is that an individual, like a small maker that you're friends with or something, or is that?
They make a bunch of guitars. They make carbon fiber guitars. They're out in Seattle, and it's a fun change to go from spending the whole trip worrying about the guitar to suddenly having all that energy to do other things with besides worry. It's really cool.
Did you teach yourself, or did you take lessons?
I took a couple lessons many years ago, but mostly I just follow the sound that I hear in my head and find a way to get that.
Cool. And I was on your website, and first of all, really nice website. I really like how interactive it is and everything. And I was going through your catalog. You have such an expansive catalog, which is a huge accomplishment, especially for myself as sort of starting out, seeing how you've kind of chronicled your life like that. And I saw this concept of medicine music, that you've kind of diagnosed emotions with your music. Can you just talk a little bit about that?
There's a spot on the website that has songs sorted by sort of the thing you're going through, a particular situation, emotion, and there's songs that can really speak to where you are. And that's really just a reflection of what I've been calling medicine music when I perform, which is making up songs on the spot for stuff that people are going through. And kind of asking a few questions about sort of where they are, what it feels like, what they're going through, and making a song that will tell a story, sometimes with real kind of allegorical imagery, and kind of talk them through this healing. And sometimes it's really powerful, and I love the fact that most of the year a musician is trying to find a sound and capture a sound, and every idea that comes to you, you make sure you have your little recording device and everything, but there's time also to just let these songs come through, not record them, not try to keep them, but make them kind of an offering back to spontaneous kind of delight that reminds us that music is really just timing with a capital T, hearing the thing that speaks to you where you are, as if this music somehow is helping you navigate to the life that feels most alive and true.
I hear you. Yeah. And like within this, so you've got this collection that sort of is your I guess maybe your most honest songs, that's what you're getting at, or some songs that are the most expressive of those feelings where you feel alive. Is there a certain song, one song you can say is it for you? Every time you play that song, it gets you higher than any other?
No.
No?
It just depends on who I'm singing for. If for just me personally, it's always the song that I'm writing.
Yeah.
That's the one that I love. And if I'm playing for somebody else, then it's just the song that will serve them. Mm-hmm. And it makes it new to hear it in that context for them.
Yeah. You mean you might find one song really captivates an audience in one place in the country and then another song, and then that same song doesn't have that same effect? Does that ever happen to you? Like,
it's happened a couple times. It's usually an extreme sort of song that would work in one geographic region and not another. But there are definitely songs that work for a particular audience for a particular night that shine like nowhere else. The exceptions to the rule, the ones that are sort of geographical. There's a song that I wrote called Down Here, which never works except in Key West. And it's a song about the camaraderie of the outcast. And you play it most everywhere else and people kind of scratch their head and think, gee, I wonder what that's about. When you play it in Key West, it's like the anthem, the island anthem. It's so fun to hear it there, because it just takes on this whole other character. It's really interesting.
That is interesting, yeah. And your new record, I saw the little clip of your recordings of it and whatnot, and the sound was amazing. And I was wondering how Open Hand is what it's called. How is that different, or does that compared to your past records, or anything that you're doing there that's kind of different, or is it just that next step?
It's both. I think the recording process was really fun because it was fast and it was analog, and it gave it this sort of do or die. This is the moment. It was nothing to fix. It was very honest, and that was great. And the songs are really just about finding a life that is inspiring and a way to not be pulled down by all the stuff that we need to be working on, the stuff that we need to fix, the stuff that is broken about this world and this culture.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to do, and it ought to be empowering to to know that we can make a change, and it also needs to be sustainable, sort of spiritually and mentally and physically. And so I think most of those songs are about how to find that sustainable joy in this world.
Well, thank you for your time. I'm looking forward to the show tonight.
Thanks.
And so thanks for Dave Wilcox for coming out.
Thank you.
Good luck tonight.
All right.
The mercy